Hello and welcome back to the channel. Squad V3 is here. There's a bunch of new toys to play with, new maps, some variations of existing maps to cover off the amphibious gameplay that's been implemented. I had a great time playing as the US Marine Corps faction. The new thing of launching from a ship was super cool. The invasion game mode on Black Coast is really good fun. And it makes a nice change from the usual situation of balling across a map in a vehicle to get to the first point. The whole strategy of the assault and establishing a beachhead then is great. It was a bit of a cakewalk, to be honest, at first, but I think it'll change when the community gets used to defending the beach assaults. I think a few tower emplacements, some 50s on the flank, some mortars, some squads with competent AT troops could really slow the beach assaults down. I haven't had the chance to try the defending side out yet, but I'm excited to give that a go. Along with the new faction and map, then we've also got a bunch of United States Marine Corps amphibious vehicles and a new helicopter. The physics on the water for the amphibious vehicle so far seem to be fine. I haven't come across anything too crazy other than we had a rib boat spawn on top of the APC we were in. So we had to wear it like a hat for the first 5 minutes of the beach assault, which was actually pretty funny, so I'm not too disappointed at that. The USMC get what I think is the AAVP-7, which is their, I think their main like amphibious assault vehicle. So it's the amphibious Logi. It's got an M2 Browning and a fat Mark 19 on the top, which is too much fun. The Mark 19 sounds great. It shoots well. Obviously, it's a 40mm grenade machine gun, so the range drops off quite quickly, which really is fine, to be honest, as the 50 can make up for the lack of range. There's also a new helicopter, as I mentioned, which I think is the UE UH-1Y or something similar. It's also got a scout camera on it, which is interesting. So in the co-pilot seat, there's a recon camera you can activate that's got a zoom and whatnot. It's a potential intel asset, really. It could be an interesting play if you wanted to take a recce squad in the helicopter to mark up targets. It could be helpful for beachhead assaults, marking targets, finding landing positions, maybe. Finally, there's the map. Black Coast is huge. I actually think it might be one of the biggest maps so far, if not the biggest map in the game. Not only does it have distance, but it's got an element of verticality to it as well, which is pretty cool. There's an underground area of the map called the Subpens, I think it is, which I haven't managed to fully explore yet because of some performance issues with this latest release, which I'll go into shortly. But other than that, the map itself is brilliant. It's got a lot of diversity in terms of fighting environments. There's blocks of woodland, urban areas where you can get that urban combat fix. Some open ground for long-range armor engagements, maybe. And then the underground layer where you get some really close-up and tight CQB. The only issue I found so far then, as I mentioned, is performance on Black Coast. I've found the further I get into the map, the more frame drops I get. It gets to the point where it's like playing a slideshow. I'm aware this isn't a problem for every user. I've done my research into it and seen on Reddit, other YouTube videos, content creators have been saying that it's been fine. Some others have been saying they've seen some performance issues. Apparently there's a hotfix patch coming later today, which is Thursday, 23rd of June. As always, it's to be expected with a new major patch for a game. And I tend to find that OWI are pretty spot on with stuff like this anyway. Hopefully my words haven't just cursed that and it's just not fucked for me until the next release. However, I did see a huge performance uplift on other maps. So I played some Mutaha and it was so silky smooth. It was great. Which is interesting to see because that shows they're putting continued dev into improving already existing content, which is always good. All in all, it's been super fun so far. I think they've done a proper stand-up job of it. I'll have a full Black Coast video coming at the start of next week. I'd also like to give a huge thanks and a big shout out to the HNTP How Not To Play guys. Their server's spot on, the hosting's brilliant, and the community's solid as usual. A really good bunch of people to play with there. Big shout out to Tom the Badger from HNTP for getting the admin footage at the start of the video. It looks great and hopefully we'll get some more of that in the upcoming videos. Finally, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and drop the video a like if you liked it. If not, tell me why. That's what the comments are for. Until next week, take it easy.